We keep seeing this on the side of the road in Oregon. It's at the end of a driveway. The lower glass portion faces the driveway, and it's about 15 feet tall. It is driving my wife nuts every time she drives by to not know what it is. It looks empty inside. I guess it's a watchtower, a birdhouse, or a deer feeder. Any ideas? It's a driveway periscope to solve the lack of visibility when exiting the driveway. I found it on Google Maps. There's that valley before their driveway. It's just to look down the road for traffic coming from the south. If you zoom in, you can see that in the windows on each side, there is a mirror sitting at 45 degrees to facilitate that function. What is this wooden box with a hinge that opens up to a mirror? I don't know its purpose or origin. I've had it for about 50 years, and it was old when I got it. It was gifted to me, and the gifters didn't know what it was either. It's about the size of a piece of copy paper, and about 2 inches high. There is a close-up photo of some printing on the bottom right. Please help, I have no idea. It's a Victorian jewelry dresser box, missing the fuzzy inserts that separate and cushion the jewelry. Here's another one that says it's from 1860. The picture is called The Winter Evening by the French engraver François Robert Ingouff. It's an engraved copy of a painting made by the Swiss painter Sigmund Freudenberger. It's a picture of French bourgeoisie vanity, a guy who would rather court women than serve the people. What are these black posts sticking out of the ground in Copenhagen, Denmark? The inverted bowl-like lid is plastic, and the posts are sturdy and metal. Around 3 to 4 feet tall, and a total of 20 to 30 of them lining the street. The lids are tightly fastened with bolts, requiring an Allen wrench, and everything is metal except for the lids. I searched, but I couldn't find any useful information. Does anyone have an idea? They are bicycle stands with roofs to keep the seat dry. You can hook the seat post into the bit sticking out, and the black umbrella keeps the seat dry. But they didn't fit my last bike, and I'm willing to bet they don't fit my current bike either. In my case, my seat was too low, and the post for the seat was too thick, but I like the idea of having rain protection for the seat though. What is this wooden ring made up of lots of wooden flat pieces integrated with one another, found in a pile of crochet hooks and knitting needles? Approximately 15 centimeters in diameter, and it seems to be very old. I got it from an old woman's crafts bin, and I know she did a lot of sewing, knitting, and crocheting. I'm guessing it's something yarn related. The origin of the stuff is Scandinavia, and the woman did lots of crafts in the 60s and 70s. What is the purpose of this? It's a quake ring, or yeast ring, used in traditional Nordic brewing, and these rings have been used for many hundreds of years. Quake is an old Norwegian dialect word for a specific type of yeast. A simple explanation is that the ring is dropped into or dragged through the fermenting brew. Its intricate construction catches and traps the yeast, and the ring is then hung, dried, and stored so that the yeast can be used again in your next brew. What is this thing about 5 feet long and weighs about 30 pounds? I believe it has something to do with trucking, but I have no idea what to call it. One of my brother-in-laws says he uses something like this on his fifth-wheel hookup. He operates a semi. That's why I thought it might have something to do with trucking. This thing is too large and heavy for what I would consider general use, much less attempting to extend it horizontally to stab or activate something a few feet away. Any information would be helpful. It's a 19th century railroad spike puller, designed to grip and pull railroad spikes from wooden ties. It's also known as a claw bar, and served as a vital piece of equipment for railroad maintenance, used not just for removing spikes, but also for prying and aligning rails and moving other heavy components. The length of the bar allowed workers to apply force safely from a distance, and its design provided excellent leverage and grip for the spikes. This tool is a testament to the craftsmanship of a bygone era, and a great piece of history to own. What is this long metal container thing found in the attic of a new house? The previous owner was a very old lady and her family, and they had been the only family to live in this house. The writing is thought to be 44 STRM binder at first, but on closer examination, it appears to be an old German symbol. You cannot really tell since it's rubbed a little and not very clear. Any help on figuring this out is appreciated. It's a German World War II gas mask case, and the text says SS Sturmmann Binder. Sturmmann was the base rank for soldiers in the Waffen-SS, so it was the gas mask can of an SS soldier, and Binder was probably his name. The little box on which the tape is the box containing spare lenses for the gas mask. If you are in the US, it is most probably a war trophy or souvenir brought back by a soldier. Note that after 1941, most German soldiers stopped carrying gas masks because combat gas wasn't used by anyone, and many left the gas masks and their cans in the barracks to save weight. Others used the cans as an additional way to carry sometimes more fragile or weather-sensitive belongings in it, since it's a metal box. I just moved to a new condo in Chicago, and out on the deck, there are these 3 vertical hooks with spring-like ends bolted to the bricks. I have no idea what they are or their possible function. We thought maybe the pulley was for bringing stuff up, but then why would there be 3 hooks stacked vertically? Any ideas about its use? It's an old power line for electric service. The arms used to have ceramic insulators to which wires were attached, but the insulators are now gone. Here's what it would look like with the insulators on. There's a yard ornament hanging from it too, but neither is part of the original installation. Somebody hung a pulley because sometimes people have things to pull. What are these 2-piece metal items found in my uncle's garage, which he inherited from his father, and which is stuffed full of antique car parts? He's got no clue, and Google Lens says it's a bellows, which sounds wrong. They are flat and about the size of ping-pong paddles with unknown insignias. The handles appear to be hinged but are currently detached. According to my uncle, these items were likely acquired in a lot box at an auction of car parts and related stuff. Any ideas are appreciated. These are warming trays of a coal-burning cook stove. You can see the 2 on my stove in the middle. They were attached to the backsplash of the stove and could be hinged down to make a warming tray while you cook other things over the eyes. This is a Monarch stove, and I'm not sure who made the stove those came from. What is this squash-shaped bowl with legs found in a 19th century New York houseboat? It sits on 4 wooden legs with a center stretcher at the feet. The bowl is the same wood with a lining that might be fabric or maybe leather. It is short, too short to function as a standing workstation, and not really footstool height. There was a sink and toilet built into the houseboat, so I don't think it is either of those things. Any idea what it is or how old? Please let us know down in the comments. Thanks for watching. Let's make life fun.